definitely, you know, a long road to get to this point. Stuff takes time. My dad always say, man, he's so stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn, but my stubbornness, that's what got me here.
Look at it, son. Look, if you punch, boom, 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 then move. Whatever punch is, the last one you move on that side, all right? A lot of sparring, all of the physical straining, running, lifting weights, that's beautiful. But you need to practice on what you have to do, and you have to box. So you should do as much boxing as possible leading up to the fight.
Under the sharp eye of Mike Tyson, Errol Spence Jr. is pushing through brutal training sessions ahead of Tim Tszyu's looming challenge. Power, discipline, and raw intensity filled the gym as legends prepared for a modern boxing war.
Try not to pull it back too far, right? Try to do heat.
Working under the watchful eye of Mike Tyson, Errol Spence Jr. has been grinding to intense training sessions as he prepares for the dangerous challenge of Tim Tszyu. The gym has been filled with explosive power, strict discipline, and relentless intensity as one of boxing's biggest stars gets ready for what promises to be a modern-day war inside the ring.
The jab, like he's been doing in the gym, coming forward, punching to the body with his hard punches and bringing it to the head. I've been through that when you think the further you pull your hand back, the harder you punch, but it's not. Punching comes with relaxation, real good pinpoint accuracy punching. You can hit a guy at the pop, boom, like the guy at the...
Following a nearly 3-year absence from the ring, Mike Tyson has placed a major emphasis on rebuilding Errol Spence Jr.'s explosive punching power. Every training session is carefully designed to restore, sharpen, and maximize the devastating impact Spence will need for a dangerous return against Tim Tszyu.
For that, the harder I work, you know, it's gonna benefit, you know, my kids, you know, my mother, my father, so I know it's not just me, and that's one of the things I had to realize again once the car accident and, you know, certain things happened, and realize that it's not just me, I'm in there, not just me, I'm fighting for everybody, because everybody's sacrificing their own way.
There you go, control.
And when it gets hard, I'll be like, man, like, I don't know if I can do this. But then I'll be like, my kids deserve better. Now I'm gonna keep working, I'm gonna keep grinding.
Yeah. Mike Tyson is putting Errol Spence Jr. through grueling conditioning sessions because he understands that Tim Tszyu applies relentless pressure from the opening bell. Tyson is demanding stronger legs, quicker reactions, and more explosive punching power to ensure Spence returns to the ring looking confident, sharp, and as dangerous as ever.
Hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting them when you walk. I want you to do like this with them. Boom, 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 boom. You keep boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2. The combination, boom, like punch, boom, 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 boom.
Mike Tyson has been teaching Errol Spence Jr. the legendary peekaboo style, placing a strong emphasis on constant head movement, a tight defensive guard, and explosive counterpunching. The iconic system is designed to make a fighter more elusive, defensively responsible, and highly dangerous whenever opportunities to counter present themselves.
You have to understand when you're first learning, and he's got a style all his own. Mike comes in, or if anybody comes in and teaches something new, it's tough to pick up. This punching power, it all works hand in hand. It flows like water, as Bruce Lee says. And let me tell you, Tyson Fury said, it doesn't matter if he has Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, and Mike Tyson training him. The fact of the matter is, all of those three combined are a novelty of the cuss style, of a boxing style that Mike knows like the back of his hand, and he knows in his sleep.
Completely adapting another fighter's style is never an easy task for any boxer, regardless of whether the influence comes from Mike Tyson or any other legendary figure. It takes time, discipline, and countless hours of training to successfully make a new approach feel natural inside the ring.
You're on your own. If I miss a tackle, I got someone to get my back. You know, if I drop the ball, someone can pick me up. You know, if Earl drops the ball, that's over. It's over.
Sparring sessions have remained intense and highly tactical as Errol Spence Jr.'s training camp works to recreate Tim Tszyu's aggressive fighting style. His sparring partners constantly march forward, unleash heavy combinations, and force punishing exchanges at close range, helping Spence prepare for the relentless pace, constant pressure, and physical intensity he is expected to face on fight night.
Knows the in and out about fighting, and it's just that we have to transfer that because he's using his legs and elbows and everything, grabbing. So we kind of, I don't know, did a new foundation and made him more elusive. You know what I mean? More elusive. He throws his punches with just bad intentions, And I used to believe the consistency of the hard punches to the body, to the head, what he's capable of doing.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's better than all the hard punching in the world. Go ahead.
Just want to see how much he wants and how far he go, how far he wants to go before he says no.
For Errol Spence Jr., the training extends far beyond learning new techniques. Mike Tyson constantly emphasizes the importance of mindset, teaching him how to impose his will, disrupt an opponent's rhythm, and force elite fighters into uncomfortable situations through relentless pressure, unwavering confidence, and controlled aggression inside the ring.
Duncan, you got Anthony Joshua, he like a David Robinson. The whole lineup, you got Ryan Garcia, he like a Manu Ginobili. You know, you got Frank, he like a Tony Parker.
Errol Spence Jr. has been sparring with a combination of experienced professionals and rising prospects, each bringing a unique mix of style, speed, and power. Facing such a wide variety of opponents helps him adjust more quickly, sharpen his reflexes, and prepare for unpredictable exchanges, ensuring he is fully ready for the relentless pressure Tim Tszyu is expected to bring.
This here gets pushed. So I think that's why I see, like, if you look at Errol, you can push, push, push. I'm rooting for Errol. I'm rooting for Errol in this fight, but good luck to both.
Heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua says he is leaning toward Errol Spence Jr. in the upcoming showdown, pointing to Spence's experience, ring IQ, and ability to adapt during a fight. Joshua believes Spence's disciplined style and improved conditioning give him a slight advantage, while also acknowledging that Tim Tszyu remains a dangerous, relentless opponent capable of testing anyone inside the ring. Even after spending a long time away from the ring, Errol Spence Jr. attacks the heavy bag with the same relentless intensity. He fires off fast, powerful combinations while displaying impressive precision, explosive punching power, and elite conditioning throughout every training session.
The tattoos though, so you shouldn't be too scared of needles, right?
Yeah. I'm good on that. I'm just getting my body ready to go out in the all-out war because I don't know what he's gonna bring to the table. It could be anything. It's all about training your body, you know, physically and mentally to prepare for war. I feel like the greats, whether it's basketball, football, boxing, whatever, you know, they kept focused 100% all the time. And that 1 second you lose focus, that's the 1 second you can either get caught or something can happen. So I believe that's what's gonna keep me at the high level, just staying focused. Because once you lose focus, even in life, once you lose focus.
Errol Spence Jr. is also incorporating cupping therapy into his recovery routine alongside physiotherapy, ice baths, stretching sessions, and regular massage treatment. These recovery methods are designed to ease muscle soreness, improve circulation, and accelerate recovery between demanding sparring sessions, allowing him to stay fresh throughout training camp.
I got older, you know, it gets a lot harder, so it's been a real serious issue for me.
In between each meal, he's got to drink 32 ounces of fluid. He's like, so I got to do this every time? I'm like, yeah.
And the old school is the whole not drinking water, you know, eating less. You know, you're always hungry, you're always thirsty, and then that, you know, affects your mood.
Well, trick to cooking healthy is citrus.
This is my first time like going all the way through with a nutritionist. They take care of you and make sure, you know, you drink and you can ask questions.
He just hangs out with his kid, his lady, and he focuses on smashing ahead, you know, on April 16th.
It's a good thing to not having to rely on myself and rely on him to make weight easy. All I gotta do is just focus on the fight and focus on training and working hard.
Errol Spence Jr. is following a disciplined fight camp diet ahead of his showdown with Tim Tszyu, centered around lean proteins, carefully measured carbohydrates, and proper hydration. Every meal is planned to support a controlled weight cut while preserving his strength, helping him maintain peak endurance, high energy levels, and fast recovery throughout the demands of training camp.
Double swing, here we go, one. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. Y'all like, look, it's nice. Good, there you go. Let's go. One.
Tim Tszyu is also refining his technique through sharp, high-level mitt work that showcases the discipline, focus, and determination of a true world-class contender. Every combination is thrown with speed, precision, and purpose as he continues preparing for the biggest challenge ahead.
What makes you feel like you didn't take too much time off?
Because I was also active, and I was also active as far as, you know, playing soccer, training, playing soccer, and learning soccer. You know, going to the gym. You know, run around, just doing stuff, just being active. And, you know, a lot of the vices that I had in the past, you know, I don't drink anymore. So just a lot of stuff that was slowing me down, you know, it's not anymore. It's not being a vice. I'm more with my family. You know, if I'm not with my family, I'm probably training somewhere, or, you know, I'm probably traveling and seeing the world.
Meanwhile, Errol Spence Jr. explained that his extended break from boxing has given him the chance to recover both mentally and physically after years of demanding competition and personal challenges. The former champion believes the time away has helped clear his mind, restore his focus, and reignite his motivation as he prepares for his highly anticipated return against Tim Tszyu.
We're definitely going to see a different version of Errol Spence. And I feel like he's going to be better than he was in the past. And what I mean by that is, first round knockout coming soon. And Tim Tszyu is going to sleep, man. The boy ain't got nothing for him. What dude from Australia? My boy, he coming to Australia just to give him the work, you feel me? But back to what I was saying, I just feel like Errol Spence, he's going to be a great fighter. He's doing the thing. I see him in camp. And
Brian Norman Jr. believes Errol Spence Jr. will knock out Tim Tszyu in their upcoming showdown, saying Spence looks sharp, powerful, and completely rejuvenated following his lengthy layoff. Norman feels Spence's experience, ring IQ, and precise punching could prove too much for Tszyu to handle, giving the former champion a strong chance of ending the fight with an impressive knockout victory.
Spence would be too much for Tim Tszyu. I'll say it right now. Tim Tszyu, we've seen all of the talks about him bringing Errol Spence back into the fold. I think the game misses Errol Spence. I think boxing needs Errol Spence. And I like this fight, and I like the fact that Tim is obviously coming off a win.
Even though it's not a current champion, like Errol Spence probably wanted, you know, when he first started talking about coming back, he wanted to fight Sebastian Fundora, which now everybody's looking at, he's a hard guy to fight.
Wait a minute.
But that's how Spence is, you know.
No tune-ups.
Right, but even though he's not fighting a champion, Tim Tszyu ain't a tune-up.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? He's actually a very skillful fighter. He just has some losses now. You know, losing to Fundora, getting stopped or whatever, that hurt him a lot. Even though Spence only has one loss, they're both in the same boat where they need a good name now to put him right back on top, because they're right, especially Spence, you're right there.
Many boxing analysts believe Errol Spence Jr. could simply be too complete, too experienced, and too technically gifted for Tim Tszyu, even after spending a long time away from the ring. Experts frequently point to Spence's elite ring IQ, pinpoint jab, and devastating body attack as the tools that could allow him to dictate the tempo of the fight. At the same time, they caution that Tszyu's relentless pressure, high work rate, and aggressive combinations may pose an early challenge, particularly with Spence returning after nearly 3 years out of top-level competition. Still, several analysts argue that Spence's overall class sets him apart from most fighters at 154 pounds, believing his timing, composure, and counter-punching ability could successfully neutralize Tszyu's relentless forward pressure.
They're not doing that, but they're not in the same boat. Errol Spence lost to arguably one of the greatest fighters of all time.
I understand.
And that's his only loss.
And I think he can get a big fight no matter what.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tim Tszyu got to prove himself. But yeah, Errol Spence can have a big fight straight off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, he reigned at 147 for a very long time. And look,
was on a pound for pound
he's
list.
taken a longer break than I guess people anticipated or that people even want. But let that man, let him do what he needs to do in order to get his mind right back into the sport. I'll say it right now, and you can take it to the bank. I'm just saying.
Take it to the
I
bank.
think Errol Spence would be too much for Tim Tszyu. I think this break is going to serve Errol Spence well. I'm so keen on that. I just think that he needed this break, and we're going to see a great version of Errol.
Some boxing analysts and fans believe there is a noticeable difference in overall greatness between Errol Spence Jr. and Tim Tszyu, pointing to Spence's dominant success at the highest level and his victories over multiple world champions as evidence of his superior pedigree. Throughout his career, Spence has faced elite opponents such as Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Yordenis Ugas, while competing in championship-level events that demanded the very best from him. His precise jab, relentless body attack, and outstanding ring IQ have helped establish him as one of the standout fighters of his generation. Those who support this viewpoint argue that, although Tszyu is a dangerous and steadily improving contender, he has not yet consistently competed against the same depth of elite opposition. They believe Spence's experience in major title fights gives him a significant advantage in composure, adaptability, and his ability to finish opponents when the pressure is at its highest.
What type of fighter do you expect besides the because of the fact that he hasn't been in the ring for 3 years, and he chose this time to come back and fight you in your backyard?
Yeah, I think he's refreshed, rejuvenated. I hope he is. When he fought Terence Crawford, I felt like he looked a bit dizzy, So I don't know. So hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he's at his peak. That's what I expect.
Tim Tszyu has confidently responded to his critics, arguing that Errol Spence Jr.'s performance against Terence Crawford exposed several weaknesses. According to Tszyu, Spence appeared shaken under Crawford's relentless pressure and had difficulty dealing with elite-level speed, timing, and accuracy. His comments reflect the confidence he carries into this matchup, suggesting he believes he is capable of producing an even better performance than many expect. From Tszyu's point of view, that defeat revealed vulnerabilities in Spence's defense reactions and ability to adjust when facing sustained pressure. While he respects the level of opposition Spence has competed against throughout his career, Tszyu believes the highest level of competition exposed flaws that a relentless, aggressive fighter can capitalize on.
Just shows what we can do. Thank you to No Limit. Thank you to Matt Rose for making all this possible. We got big backing. We got big crowds, big numbers. So when you have that, a lot of things are possible.
As we heard, this fight is at a catch weight 158, but no matter what, you're still going to be a 154-pounder, correct?
Yeah.
With that said, a win against Spence, does it put you back in the Fundora talk, or do you have your eye on a fight that'll happen a month prior to yours, and that's Boots versus Xander?
Look, I'm willing to take on all challenges. Another Fundora fight, I'm down. There's a lot of different fights to be made for sure. Boots and Zayas, that's an interesting one as well. So yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. I would love to fight Charlo. That's one of the fights that's been in the head of mine for a long time. So if I can get a Charlo post this one, let's get this.
Tim Tszyu has spoken about the direction he wants his career to take, making it clear that his immediate focus is defeating Errol Spence Jr. before pursuing even bigger opportunities. Tszyu believes that a victory over the former champion would open the door to major world title fights and high-profile matchups in the super welterweight division. Confident in his aggressive style and relentless work rate, he says his goal is to stay active against the best contenders and champions as he continues his climb toward boxing's elite.
On social media, say if I come back, I'll be a shell of myself. If he comes back, he's gonna. But he probably not gonna come back. He's damaged. I just, use it all as fuel. Some people can use it all as and be not motivated and be like, and let that knock them down. I use it as fuel.
Errol Spence Jr. revealed that after his difficult defeat to Terence Crawford, many people questioned whether he should ever return to the ring, doubting that he could reach his previous level again. Despite the criticism, Spence made it clear that he refused to let outside opinions shape his career or determine his future. Rather than walking away from the sport, he committed himself to rebuilding through disciplined training, proper recovery, and honest self-reflection. While the loss was a painful experience, he chose to use it as fuel instead of letting it define him. Spence has consistently said that true greatness is measured not only by the victories a fighter earns, but also by the way they respond after facing adversity. Does Errol Spence Jr. still have enough left after his lengthy layoff to overcome Tim Tszyu's relentless pressure? Or will Tszyu's nonstop aggression prove to be the difference this time around? Share your prediction in the comments below. Who are you backing to win, and how do you see the fight ending? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more boxing news, analysis, and fight updates.